Excuse me. Okay, do a little update. Alright. Oh, well, there she is. She's in kind of a holding pattern and she's been doing fine, so I kind of got her sorted out, so she's back burnered. It's not cold. I mean, I got all, see, I got like, see the pipe goes up there, and then I got to cut a hole and it'll stick out there and go into there, and then around there, and in the back of there, and then I can block it off here, so I can like feed her and put her bedding here. And then she likes to like do her own thing, like making a nest. So I throw her bedding in, and she'll tear like see, look what she does to these towels. She makes her own bedding. All I gotta do is drape it over there. Well, see, I got it out, sitting out, so she doesn't, because I put some in there. Well, then tonight I'll take this one and just stick it in. Yeah. And then I think too, like, then I'll just shred it myself, and I can throw a bunch of shredded stuff in here, and then she'll drag it in there, and she'll make her bed because it'll be warmer in there, and then I can chase her out, just, you know, and she'll run out, and then I'll have a thing up here. I can shut the gate. She can't get back in. I can pull the crap out, put her some food, and then I can wash this shit, you know. You just throw it in a bucket of water and let it soak until I'm ready to wash it, and then reuse it, dry it out, reuse it, and then this, like, it's gonna get winter, so this I can wrap it, you know. Like, I'll start out, but then when it gets real cold, I'm thinking I'm gonna put that. It's got this guy. Oops, that guy. Cut that guy open and wrap it around here, so it's nice and insulated. And then all I gotta do is just lift up the flap. Like, I'll put a lot of insulation under here, and then all I gotta do is pull the flap up and deal with her. And then I can see her too, so I'll know she's out. I'll know the gate's shut. I can see she can't escape. She can't get me. And anyway, but then, I mean, once I realized I got it figured out, and it got warmer again, you know, it's like so then I start working on other shit that's got to be done for the winter. Because I just want to show you before I tear something up that I'm starting over. But this is coming, connecting it all. But that was my primary goal, and then it fell back on this other stuff, more fun stuff. But I hit this a little bit here and there. I like doing stuff that way, you know, like if it's a big thing getting in the way of everything else, do a little bit here and there, and it's like, you know, works real well, and it's encouraging, and doesn't take up like a big brain space. So anyway, okay, this is the furnace, and see, the wood chips go in. Now the big thing, just like with a fire, is oxygen. So I've got these bed springs lining the walls, and then I got where's that motherfucker, man? Oh, there it is. Might not be able to see it. But see, there's a pipe in there, and there's another one here. And they got, like, the air will come in there, in the pipe, in the bottom, like up under the pallet, and then through the bed springs, the gaps created by the bed springs where air is, it'll find its way up and around, and then there'll be another, it'll all be sealed up, and there'll be another pipe on top for the air to come out. So the air go in, get warm, and exit warm through a stack that goes up, or I might run a pipe like up the chimney, just to get it real tall, because the more it'll create more draw. So there's a constant, because the more air, so if it's pulling air, if the heat coming up, and then like the sun hits in the middle of the day and it really gets it hot, starts pulling heat hard, that'll cook that thing up really good. And then this is going to wrap through it and get hot along with the hose with water going through it, and then it's going to be buried in here and go to the other one. So it's all one big long comes from the house around and around in the hot mulch underneath the soil here. So the soil is going to act like a battery. It's going to warm this soil up, so it's like that, it's not just two hot furnaces on the end. It's got air going through them anyway, so it might not transmit a lot of heat inside. It'll probably be enough, but then this thing will always stay nice and warm. And if these things slow down, I'll notice, because this will slow down the greenhouse getting cold, and the hot water running through it will keep it hot too. And so, and then one end goes in. One end is going to be blowing warm air in the house and hot water, and then I got this hot water system that's going to be like, the hot water will be constantly circulating, driven by its own power, just by the heat rises. So the hose will be down low, and it'll run up inside the soil up high. So when it gets hot and expands, and there'll be a valve, so it has to go the direction I want, and then it'll go up under here, and it'll be constantly circulating down through that heat, drawing that heat up here and storing it in this soil. And there'll be another one over here, and then when I want hot water inside, I can turn on the faucet, and it'll blow the hot water out. And then when so I'll be able to get 5 or 10 gallons of hot water. I'll see. And I'll eventually probably come up with one I can have continuous hot water. Maybe this one will do because it will probably give me like a laundry load of at least warm water, maybe even hot. So anyway, but more the point is, like, I did all this, and then last night I get a flash. A much better idea, and this always happens. I get ready, I got it all figured out, get ready to put it together, and then it's not that I realize I did it wrong, it's just that, and then I usually would go, well, you finish this one and come back, and the next one, see, because then I was like, oh yeah, I'll just build one there, the new way. It's like, see, because I don't want to go back and look at all the trouble I already did. Because you want to finish what okay, well, like this is like your project, your art, and so you want to follow through on what you started, but it's like because it was so hard, but a lot of it was getting all the junk over here, getting it cut to size. It's like once you got everything here and you got everything figured out, I've learned that over the last couple, not even that long, but to go ahead and redo it. Because you got all the junk, like once I do it, it's like, well, actually it wasn't that much trouble to pull that stuff out of there, make the changes I want, and then put it back together, because all the stuff's right here and I already got it all figured out, But my brain didn't used to process it that way. It was like, it would just see it like as, oh my God, I got to start over from scratch. It's like, no, you don't have to start over from scratch. So anyway, but see, I wanted to show it off. I was like, I know, I'll make a fucking video. And then it's like, yeah, man. It's like, so I got some traction out of it anyway, But then I thought of a even better reason, which is like to tell you the story about not getting locked in. Don't, because every artist's going to do the same thing. They're going to get to the point, they're almost done, and then they're like, they get the idea for the next one. That's the next level. But then they got to, finish what they're doing. Like, and that probably makes sense in a lot of situations. But then in others, it's like, you might be happier if you got it all sitting there. It's like it's not going to be as difficult to redo as it was to do, and you might be better off doing it. But it takes a certain amount of discipline, or somebody explaining it to you in such a way that you try it, and assuming that it works. Because then you try it, and you go, goddamn, Bobby Fontaine give me his fucking advice, and it's like, man, if I'll never listen to that motherfucker again, you never fucking know, right? But I'm just saying, don't get locked in. Go next level if you can, don't wait. And I can't think of nothing else new. So, okay, later.